Hi, I'm Lindsay Parker here for LPTV at Licorice Pizza Records. We're here with a collective. I don't know exactly how to introduce you guys because you're sort of a triple threat, a triple bill. You're playing in different configurations. So I guess I'll have you guys explain who you are. I know there's Don't Play With Knives, but then you also have solo projects. So what kind of performance are we seeing today?
You want to take that one?
Yeah, so I'd say ultimately what we are is Perfect Shallow. How I like to look at it is almost like a collective. We're artists at the end of the day, and hip-hop artists at that, so we try to do everything within that, with everything within hip-hop. So although it's 3 acts and we have one of us that's a group, speaking of Don't Play With Knives, that's me and Trey. So having that, and also being able to venture out in our own stuff has always been fun, but it's always been a collaborative effort within everything that we do.
Cool.
Yeah, so me and him, I don't play with knives, but I also go by Trey TM. That's just my solo music. I'm also going to be performing music by myself as well as with him.
And your Jaw.
I'm Jaw Excellence, yeah.
I am Very Rare Noah, aka Merv. I also am part of Yodi Club. That's with my brothers out in Jersey. We also do our little projects. We have some coming soon, and we're also planning on doing shows very soon as well out in New York. And we want to venture and do that, so it's going to be very, very fun. So
That's awesome. So today, are all 3 of you going to play separately and then also together? Like I said, you're sort of like a festival.
So what it is he's basically, Jaw's going to be starting the night off performing his solo music, and I'm going to be going after him. And then Noah's going to perform some of his solo music, and then at the end of the night, me and Jaw are going to come back as Don't Play With Knives and perform our album that we released earlier this year, Shallowed Grounds, or earlier last year, sorry.
Something they ain't great as us, cause he got the beat bumping, but now it's time. Alright, homie, go ahead and punch him.
Looking out like, which one of these niggas want smoke, wanna go, can't hold, fuck around, get fold. And y'all already know Father Odd the go too cold like
2025, we're
I
going
don't
to
know
perform
what
that
year it
album.
is. It's 26, I guess.
Yeah.
So how did you guys all meet or form this collective? What was the beginning of it? The origin story?
It was just, we went to the same school in middle school, so...
We've all been
LA?
friends since middle school, yeah.
Yeah.
Portola Middle School.
Wait, Portola?
Yeah.
Are you from the Valley?
Yeah.
I'm from Tarzana.
Oh,
I didn't
Shout
go
out.
to Portola, but I went to
Hey, what
Wilbur
name?
Elementary.
Oh, yeah, we had
right
some
next to
friends.
us, right next to us,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I went to Taft High.
Oh, we went to Taft, yeah.
That's crazy. That's probably not the same year. But yeah, and I went to CES in Reseda for my...
Awesome.
Okay, I didn't know you were like, so yeah, we're in the, I didn't know you had Valley roots. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
met at Portola Junior High, like right off Reseda and Wells,
Yeah, almost
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Absolutely.
where my parents still live. That's so, I mean, I was about to say it's cute, but it is cute because now I didn't know this. So tell me how you guys met
not
at
cute.
Portola. No, I mean, it's cute.
So
It's cute that this goes all the way back that far.
Yeah,
I agree.
it was...
Wholesome. Did music come into it?
That was like...
Is it like a real, like, you know, as a thing you want to do as a career?
It was like late middle school. Him and I would like freestyle like after school and just like have fun with it. And then he moved out to Jersey, so we didn't really have so much like contact with him around that time.
So you grew up in the same area in the Valley as well?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
went to Portola.
Yeah, I moved out what, 2019. It was literally the start of high school, so it was our 2019, start of our high school year, and I moved to Jersey, and I'm glad I did because I met, you know, some cool people out there, and shout out to my brother Stacey Luna, shout out to my brother Cheesy as hell. There's some very cool people out there, and I feel like if I didn't move out there, I wouldn't be taking music as serious as I do now. And I'm very grateful that I did. Yeah, I just very recently moved back, so it's been like fun, but you know, it's been troublesome. But we move on.
Troublesome?
Yeah, you know, just like I move around a
As
lot.
close to each other and like able to collaborate as often as we want to, you know?
Yeah,
Like I've been making beats since 2017, and they followed making their own beats a few years after, but so even when he was living in Jersey, we'd be like, there was a period where we'd be on FaceTime all day, just like thinking about
Just
what kind of
making
tracks
shit.
we're gonna make, you
Yeah.
know, making stuff together, and yeah, it all stayed very close knit throughout
Yes,
that whole
bro.
time. So now that we're all back together in person, we're here to just conquer the
Yeah,
world.
like I feel like honestly, like I don't know if you really feel this way too, but like when he came back, it didn't even really feel like he left. Like,
Yeah.
it
Right back
just
where we left
felt
off.
like
I've
yeah.
been here, bro.
Are there any other members of the Perfect Shallow collective besides the core three of you?
Oh, I'd like to mention my brother Jono. He's a singer. He don't got a lot of music out, but I want to work on that with him. So I'm kind of like I'm the head of like Perfect Shallow. Like a lot of the stuff
CEO.
kind of like the CEO. So a lot of the stuff that goes on within like design a lot of the time, and even just like looking for other artists, I try to go out in that aspect. So he's definitely an artist that I just would love to see more from, and just would love to
I agree.
like continue to do shows with.
Is that like the goal of Perfect Shallow, is to be like, I mean, it is a label, it's a collective, but to like find, sign, discover?
Well, it's
Multimedia collective.
It's
We
like-
eventually want to venture out into other stuff,
Yeah.
but that's what we're gonna be. That's what we're gonna use to push out our music, and that's what we're gonna use to eventually, branch out into other ideas we
Mhm.
have.
Like today we had we got merchandise out there. We got a bunch of t-shirts. I did those by myself. I created the designs by myself, cut the stuff out by myself,
Absolutely.
pressed it by myself, did stickers by myself, and did all those designs. So I want to be able, like he said, with it, like create that multimedia, but it be a thing where we get together with even videographers, photographers, and
It's great to have diversity.
create art. Just that's what it is. Like I don't even want it to be a music collective. It's an artist collective at the end of the day. So,
Absolutely. It's great to have diversity within the group, cinematographers and videographers and just people like that, so we can like branch out, and even editors, people that make videos, edit videos. We need people like that. Producers, we need people like that.
Is there any,
great one right here. Great one right here.
Great
producer
producer.
right here.
do you do most of the production work?
He did all the production, and I just was like co-producer. But he did all the production on our album together, Shallow Grounds, and phenomenal. He did a lot of production with Noah too. He did the first song I'm gonna be performing tonight. He did all the production on that. He's been going crazy with production, and people don't really see from him sometimes that he does
Producers are
phenomenal
important.
fucking work.
Producers
That's not
are
me just
important.
trying to be like but nah, he does great in that.
Producers are important. I've been working with this man for a very, very, very long time. We have been collaborating, beats, vocal wise, all that for a very long time. And it's impressive to see the evolving that goes on within the people around me. I love it. I'm so happy.
Thank you guys.
It's very
Of course.
impressive. Is there
It
any
is.
kind of collective or dynasty in like hip hop or music or entertainment in general that you sort of model yourself after or look to for inspiration?
Oh, for sure. Wu-Tang Clan's up there, most definitely. I think when I worked on him with Shallow Grounds, Outkast was a big inspiration for me. And ASAP Mob, just the group even together, like
ASAP
they
Mob,
do
yeah.
a lot of great work visually, especially visually. But yeah, those are just a few. There's a bunch.
Redman's been in the store. I know he's not in Wu-Tang. He's Wu-Tang associated with Method Man, but he sat on that very couch and did an interview with me. He's been to the store.
Wow.
It was a good time. Watch it on YouTube.
That's a great
Big shout out to Redman. All love to Redman.
Are you guys very into 90s hip-hop? A lot of people, we talked about that on
Absolutely.
that day. Like, a lot of people consider that the golden age of hip-hop or, like, the most important age for
It
innovation.
was very important, absolutely. I think it was very, very important for modern day hip hop, because a lot of people modern day that make music or are artists, they use influence from that time specifically, because it was just such a very, very it speaks for itself, man. There's no words that need to be put into it. But I do think that influence from modern day artists is very important as well, because modern day is it's always evolving. It's always gonna evolve. It's gonna continue, and like that's a good thing. It should be evolving. It should be continuing to grow and turn into something beautiful. But influence from back in the day, 90s, is very, very important. It's very, very important because it has helped with now, and it's helped with now what it has come to now. So
Yeah, musically, another collective that has been influencing me for a long time is NWA. Like Dr. Dre, I take a huge amount of inspiration from his production, and just like the amount of hard work he puts into it, and just like the perfectionism. I really respect that musically. So yeah.
Very cool. I have to ask about the name Perfect Shallow. how that came about.
I got you with the answer. So how I like to look at it is combining these two words that shouldn't really be fitting together. I mean, you look at something you think of perfection. How I look at perfection is it's impossible. You can never get to perfection. There's no sense of it. It's always you're searching imperfection, and taking that shallowness, it could be looked in two different ways, either on the surface that you're standing on or how you're feeling about yourself inside. I think even like just being shallow, sometimes it's looked at as negatively, but I think it's such a positive thing to deep dive into yourself. And that's also why we have the logo as a scuba diver helmet. Being the person that you are, not caring what anybody else got to say and what they're gonna do, but just loving who you are and doing it to the best ability that you can, to the point that you make other people think that it's impossible.
Awesome. Love that answer. You mentioned about how you all bring something different to this collective. How do your musical styles, when you're doing solo stuff, what different things do you bring to the table
That's
as
a
artists?
really good
Especially
question.
when you do.
I agree.
I think when they're all doing their solo stuff, they obviously have their own sound. Like he makes a lot of like pop inspired stuff, but it's like still very hip hop is very in there, and he makes a lot of really like experimental stuff. But when we're working
Are you
together,
the metal one?
yeah,
I read that you like Megadeth, or one of you is inspired by 80s metal, so of course.
yeah, absolutely,
Which
love
is
Megadeth.
awesome.
But yeah, I feel like I bring just a different sort of energy out of them when we're working specifically together. So
Yeah, I think solo, I tend to like to make alternative, hard, just like psychedelic sounding crazy. I just like to have fun. I just like to go in the studio and just like just like a microphone. I just like to have the microphone and just have fun.
When
Energy.
I'm doing stuff by myself or even with them, it's all about having fun with it. Like he said, like just like loving yourself while you're doing it, and then making sure the people that are around you are providing you that same
You
exact
just gotta be confident, bro, because when you put that energy into your music, what people are hearing, that's what they hear. But people are going to feel the energy when like they hear your voice. Like if they're really paying attention, if they're really listening, they're gonna feel that shit. It's like it's there, it's very prominent.
Yeah.
I just think when we get together, like nothing much really changes. We always find like a sort of common ground when everything is sort of in production. So whenever we just find something we can both latch onto, then it's full steam ahead from there.
I've got to ask, since you met, Portola Middle School represent, Taotai represent. What is the earliest dated recording that you guys have? And
Oh,
what was
man.
it like? Like, how old were you? Were you like 12?
Oh, man.
Probably
What a question.
from when I was 12 in like 6th or 7th grade. Yeah, trying to. Oh my God, yeah.
I had to be like 10 years old.
Doing this in 6th grade. Noah.
Do you have any memories what the song was called, what the lyrics were?
I'd rather not talk
Yeah.
about
I
it.
remember, at
Not
least for
trying to
myself,
remember that.
'cause, I know with Trey, his dad also does music. My dad's also been doing music for years
Shout
now.
out to Pops.
Shout out to both of our dads.
Facts.
Close one and 360
who are
Sun.
your dads, or would I have heard of them?
Not at least I mean, maybe if you're like just in the underground scene in hip hop, but he went by Close One. He's arguably, I mean, I could argue all day with somebody about how he's one of the top 10 MCs of all time in my book. But he's been a big inspiration, I think, to both of us. And the oldest recording I remember was like just doing it with him, seeing him in the studio, and like he would do little callbacks to me, and I would like say the stuff back to him. So it was just a really good like interaction and learning that. He gave me the first like look of what a studio looks like and how that interaction goes. So yeah.
What about your family? Like, do you have memories like that?
Yeah, my dad, I remember being even younger than 6th grade, probably like 8 years old, when just I had really registered the fact that my dad used to make music, and that was just like...
Would I have heard of who is your father?
My dad's name was 360 Sun. I don't really think so. He had a song on the radio like in Chicago back in like the late 90s. But yeah, he just showed me that, I used to hear music as a child and think that it was like this ethereal thing that only certain people could do. And he was like, nah, man, this is a microphone. You just do it right here. And I was like, oh, like that's kind of when I fell in love with it. But yeah, he's been influencing me my whole life.
Yeah, I had to be like 10 or 11 years old when I first like laid something down.
You still have it?
Nah, absolutely
No clue
not.
what those are.
Absolutely.
I
not.
found mine kind of recently, which is crazy. Yeah.
Will
Yeah.
you ever? I mean, you could maybe use it in a way to like work it into something new. I don't.
Well, it was just like me as a kid. I
No?
just
It's
a
said,
good
like,
idea,
I
but
just said get it together.
Sound
and get
like a
your
good
mind right, and that was it.
All right. Well, that was the past. In the very, very near future, you'll be out in our store performing. But what is the grand future plan for Perfect Shallow going forward?
The big grand plan for Perfect Shallow, I'd say to everybody, success looks different. We all have our own visions of what success is, and I just want to see myself and my brothers and everybody else that has come and support us and gave us all the love and energy to be able to admit that in themselves and just us be at a place where we could be like, oh, we're successful, and I feel good within myself.
Word.
As long as we keep pushing the music and the quality of the music and the quality of the things we do outside of the music, as
Word.
long as that keeps leveling up every time we do it, that'll be successful to me.
I
So
agree.
That's all I need.
I want my brothers and I to just keep pushing ourselves. Just not even with just music, just with life in general. We like he said, the quality with everything, bro. Everything needs to keep evolving. So
Seems like you're doing something right. To me, you're a success already. So congratulations on
Trying.
everything you've already achieved, everything you're going to achieve, and thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for coming to celebrate Licorice Pizza.
thank
you
you.
for having us.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much, and thanks everybody for watching.
Now you do the math in the fucking Mustang. Bout to zoom on your ass. It's me and Jay in the front and John Crew in the back. So if you see us, don't be quick to say, who the fuck is that? Losing my mind all the time in the nighttime. Got nowhere to go and I got nowhere to hide. Smoking all the time, but the pain fucking in my high. Now we get to